today is really about trying to ensure that you kick off the year being refreshed and recharged. Lots of energy, maintaining that energy throughout the year, particularly given some of us aren't really yet back in the office. Some of the feedback we're hearing is that particularly in last year, you were struggling through the COVID period, really maintaining that energy at work. So hopefully these tips and tricks today from Andrew May are really going to equip you really well to actually maintain that energy throughout the year.
We've had agile work to a whole different level. And first of all, you're on mute. How does this work? We can't see you. But now we've settled into this new way of working. It's even harder though now because we've got to set up at home, WFH, and a lot of you are going to be working with clients. And then as well, you've got this hybrid model where you're going back into the workforce and it burns a lot of energy. We're going to talk about post-traumatic growth, and this is making meaning. We're going to redefine productivity with an operating rhythm. Third, can everyone just take a big breath in and breathe out? And I'm going to help you with your energy management. 4, we're going to go into our Mental Skills Academy. And 5 is we're going to talk about Es River Gnarine Igni. No, I'm not losing it. I actually speak backwards as quickly as I can speak forwards. Begin with the end in mind. What tennis players do is they have this natural micro break. It's about 20 seconds between each game. And when they change sets, there's about 90 seconds. So tennis builds it in. Cricketers do gardening. They go out in the middle of the pitch and they pat the ground. Netballers, when I worked in netball, they roll the ball to get a feel. I'll give you a tip. The balls bounce. There's grounds people who roll the pitch in 3-ton rollers. And I used to say to all the netball girls, look, why do you do that? They said, Andrew, it's just a pause point so then we can shoot. And it's a micro break. And if you get that combination I'm talking about, psychological detachment plus the parasympathetic activation, it's a little drop in intensity before you get to the next thing. NSDR, non-sleep deep recovery. Now Yogi Nidra, which is a form of relaxation. Power naps are also awesome. And self-hypnosis, not the crazy stuff like, Martin St. James, but a combination of meditation, mindfulness and breathing. So I have this really weird ability where I can speak backwards as quickly as I can speak forwards. You can test me any other time, but you give me any word, I can flip it backwards. David was saying to me before, I was telling him this, have I ever used this? I used to do work on Today's Show and I'm sitting in the green room one day waiting to go on. I'd done makeup and hair, I'd done makeup, and there's this guy sitting opposite me with his big hat, and he said, oh, what are you on here for? I said, oh, I'm talking about caffeine today. What about you? He said, I'm the world backwards speaking champion. I said, on your. He said, oh, you are? We had this conversation for 4 or 5 minutes, just him and I, backwards. It was bizarre. But anyway, back to the point. I can speak backwards as quickly as I can speak forwards. What has that got to do with finishing our presentation? Everything. It's called Es River Gnarine Igni. You've got to reverse engineer, and reverse engineer is beginning with the end in mind. Wiz, can we go to the next slide as well? Because what I want everyone to do from this is to just think about all the stuff Ange and I have spoken about today. Can I just get you to reflect, what are the 3 things you would love to achieve this year?
First of all, I just wanted to thank everyone who attended today. It was a hard and fast and energetic hour. Great to have those digital resources and access to your digital book as well. Special thanks, of course, to Andrew and Angela. You've been amazing. I think the things that really resonated for me is just walking on grass with bare feet. Awesome. Just get in touch with nature. The micro breaks as well are super important. The way I do that is through making coffee upstairs with my coffee machine. Probably a couple of minutes, but it's really a good way just to reflect and disconnect from the things that you're actually distracting you.